Imagine boarding a flight home, just hours away from reuniting with your family, only to be humiliated in front of everyone for the color of your skin. This is the story of Michael, a hardworking man who just wanted to go home. But what started as a simple flight turned into a painful encounter that would expose deep prejudice and lead to a shocking twist no one saw coming. Stay till the end, because the person who tried to tear him down, she ends up facing a truth that changes everything. Michael was on the phone with his mom, smiling as he said, "Hey mama, can't wait to see you. I'll be home in just a couple of hours. How's dad doing?" It was supposed to be a short, peaceful flight home, nothing unusual. He boarded the plane, took his seat, and was just about to settle in when a flight attendant walked up to him with a stern look. "Excuse me, sir, I need to see your ticket," she said sharply. Michael looked confused. "My ticket? But I'm already on the plane. Why do you need to see it again?" She crossed her arms. "Protocol. I need to verify it before I call someone else to handle this." Michael frowned. "But you didn't ask anyone else for theirs." A nearby passenger even spoke up, saying, "Yeah, that's true. She didn't check mine." The attendant's tone turned icy. "I don't need to see his ticket, only yours." That's when Michael realized something wasn't right. "Wait, are you asking me because I'm black?" The entire cabin went silent. Another passenger looked uncomfortable. "Yeah, I'd like to know that too," they said softly. The flight attendant scoffed. "This has nothing to do with race. You just don't have a good vibe." Michael blinked. "A good vibe?" She nodded. "You don't look like someone who should be flying with us. Our airline caters to a certain kind of clientele, and you just don't fit." That line hit him like a punch to the gut. "What do you mean by that?" Her lips curled. "I mean, people like you don't belong here. This is a premium airline, not a budget carrier." He couldn't believe what he was hearing. "So you're being racist and intolerant. Call it what you want. But if you want to stay on this flight, I need to see your ticket and passport again." He reluctantly handed them over. "Here, but this is ridiculous." Other passengers murmured, clearly uncomfortable. One man spoke up again. "Come on, lady. He gave you his ticket and passport. What else do you need?" "This doesn't concern you, sir," she snapped back. "Oh, I think it does," the man replied. The flight attendant turned away. "Since we're heading back to the US, I need to make sure these documents are real. I can't take any chances." Michael shook his head. "I already went through airport security and immigration. They checked everything. I'm in my seat. What more do you want?" She refused to listen. "Sometimes airports make mistakes. Scammers will do anything to get into this country. I need to double check." Michael sat back, defeated. He called his mom again, whispering, "Mom, yeah, I'm still on the plane. They're taking my documents. I don't get it. It's delaying the flight. I'll probably miss Dad's birthday. I'm sorry." The man sitting beside him leaned over. "You'll get through this," he said quietly. "That flight attendant's an idiot, a racist idiot, and she's going to get what's coming to her." Michael sighed. "I just don't understand. I've never done anything wrong. I have a family waiting for me. I was just traveling for fun, looking for a job, trying to get my life together." The man smiled kindly. "You'll be back in the US soon enough. People like her, they think they're powerful, but they always fall. You'll see." Michael nodded slowly. "You really think so?" "I know so. The ones who tear others down always end up falling apart themselves." A few minutes later, the flight attendant returned, holding his documents. "We're done here," she said curtly. "But you should know, I still think people like you shouldn't be flying with us." Michael stared at her. "People like me? There's just something about you that's shady." He finally stood up, voice calm but strong. "You still don't see it, do you? You act like you're doing something right, but all you're doing is spreading your own bias. I'm a hardworking, kind man, and it's 2025. People like you need to let go of this ignorance. Stop judging people by race. Stop assuming the worst because of a stereotype." She rolled her eyes. "You see, you're raising your voice. You're just proving my point." He took a deep breath. "No, I'm showing passion. You're just blinded by hate." He shook his head. "I can't believe someone like you got a job at an airline, a job where you're supposed to meet people from all over the world, yet here you are treating them like they don't belong. That's when another voice spoke from behind, calm, authoritative. "That's enough," he said. Everyone turned around. The man who had been quietly defending Michael earlier stood up. "I'm Greg Walters, CEO of this airline." The flight attendant's face went pale. "You're joking." "I wish I were," Greg said. "I wasn't planning to reveal myself today, but after watching how you treated this passenger, I had no choice." Her voice trembled. I wasn't feeling like myself today. I'm usually not like this," Greg interrupted. "That's not good enough. You're fired." Her jaw dropped. "What? That's not fair. I've worked here for years." He looked her in the eye. "You should have thought about that before you humiliated a passenger in front of everyone. You disrespected our airline and you disrespected humanity." Tears welled up in her eyes. "Please, Mr. Walters, I need this job. I'll do better, I promise." Greg's tone hardened. "No, this isn't about stress or a bad day. This is about respect, and you've lost it. You're done here." She threw her hands up. "Fine, I hate this job anyway. You don't even know who I am." Greg's expression didn't change. "I know exactly who you are, and that's why I'm done with you. Now leave." The cabin went silent as she walked off the plane. Greg turned back to Michael with a kind smile. "Thank you, Michael. I saw how you handled yourself with grace and patience. You're a good man. I could tell just from how you spoke to your mother." Michael looked stunned. "Thank you, sir. I didn't expect that." Greg nodded. "You mentioned you're looking for a job. We're starting a new trainee program at the airline, and I'd like to offer you a spot. If you can prove yourself, it could lead to a permanent position." Michael's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" "I am," Greg said, smiling. "Welcome aboard, Michael." Tears filled Michael's eyes as he shook his hand. "Thank you. Thank you so much." He sat back in his seat, picking up his phone once more. "Hey, Mom, it's me again. We're going to be all right." Sometimes the universe has a strange way of balancing things. Michael boarded that flight feeling small, but he walked out with dignity, justice, and a brand new beginning. And the flight attendant who thought she could judge a man by his skin color, she learned that no amount of power can protect you from the truth. So, what do you think? Have you ever witnessed or experienced discrimination like this? How would you have reacted if you were in Michael's place? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a real conversation. And if this story moved you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because more powerful stories like this one are coming your way soon. Because in the end, respect is the real first-class ticket.